These days, just about everyone keeps their phone on their bike, so having a phone charger is pretty much a must-have. Today, we're going to go through the process of hooking up a wireless phone charger to the Svartpilen. So, if you've got one of these and you've been thinking about giving it a go yourself, keep watching. So your bike shop will probably charge you between $30 to $50 to fit a USB charger. But as you can see, they're pretty cheap to buy and they're not that difficult to install. Even if you have to buy all the tools, you'll probably end up saving a bit of money and you'll learn something about your bike. The phone holder we're installing today is made in Yokohama by a small Japanese motorcycle accessories company called Kaya. They aren't a sponsor or anything, but I've bought a few of their products and they've all been very well made and reasonably priced. Anyway, this is their wireless charging phone mount, and as you can see, it's nicely boxed and comes with all the accessories you'll need. Before we start the install, since this is a beginner's guide, let's keep in mind what a simple accessory circuit looks like. All accessories basically have two wires we need to connect, a positive and a negative. The negative is easy, we just need to find a negative terminal to connect it to, and we can even connect it directly to the battery. Positive is a little more complicated. Firstly, we should have an inline fuse in the circuit in case there's any problem, because we don't want to blow the fuse in the bike's fuse box, because that will shut down any other accessories you might have connected to that fuse. We also don't want to have the accessory to be live when the ignition is not on, because that will drain the battery and ruin your day, unless you have a Kickstarter. As I mentioned in my previous video, you have connection options under the ABS cover at the front, and as well as under the seat. I'm going to go with the front option since it will be the easiest. Just remember, when you take off the ABS cover, you'll also be detaching the chassis ground wire, which means your instrument panel will stop working. You can see here that under my ABS cover there's already a device connected, and that's my toll road payment device, which was installed by the dealer, so things might look a bit different on your bike. Just look for this blue and white wire, which should be your positive. In my case, this looks like it's going to be pretty easy. I'll just connect the positive, which has the inline fuse in it, to the blue wire, and the black one to the negative wire. Let's check that that works. I'll have to hold the chassis ground wire back in place so the dash comes back on. Well, that seems to be working just fine, so now I just have to attach the correct connectors and I can start routing the wires. There's a small plastic cover at the front which you can loosen by taking out the hex bolt on either side. Once you have the wires through, just tidy them up with some zip ties, then put everything back in place. In addition to the inline fuse, just remember that there's a fuse in the fuse box for the front accessories. It's this one here, right at the end. And that's it for my beginner's guide to accessory installation on the Svartpilen 401. If this helped you out at all, please give it a like. And if you like content about the Svartpilen, adventure bikes, cheap accessories and bike life in Japan, please consider subscribing. Till next time, thanks for watching.